Should be good.
Hello and welcome to IB English Year 2. I'm Dr. Chanen, and this is my colleague.
Dr. Allison, it's nice to see some of you again.
I guess we've had all of you except for one. We do have a new student this year in 12th grade.
Yep.
So
Camilla,
welcome to Camilla. I'm not sure who you have as a teacher, but
I think she's got me, but we'll see.
Either way, it's interchangeable. Some of you had me last year, and you have Dr. Allison this year, and then vice versa. Some of you have switched around, but anyway, welcome back.
Welcome back. It's awkward to start like this, of course. I guess the benefit is that even if you're coming from another school, you're familiar with IB English. You kind of know what's expected, so it's not totally new for you. So I guess it makes it a little bit easier to make this transition. Obviously, there's some things that we'd rather talk to you about or with you about face-to-face. We'll have to put that off for a week. In the meantime, though, you know that after that first year, there's a lot of work ahead of us. We unfortunately don't have the opportunity to spare an extra week and wait, and we're going to get going with English right away.
You know, you may think this is funny, but we were making the schedule for the year. We were looking at what we need to get done this year and where you need to be at exam time, especially if you want to get good grades. And it was a tight schedule. We had only 3 weeks planned to study our first text, which is the poems of Emily Dickinson and Walt Whitman. And then all of a sudden another week was gone. So I think it's really imperative that we just get the ball rolling right away.
Yeah, it is. So we're going to do so. As Brian's saying, we're starting off with the poetry of Emily Dickinson and Walt Whitman, two very well-known American poets. I'd be surprised if you all hadn't heard of at least one of them, if not both.
Uncle Walt.
Uncle Walt and Auntie E, we'll call her. So it's interesting because we really think, particularly in American letters, all poetry stems from one of these two. You'll find that they're very opposite, both in I guess, real-life personalities as well as in styles of poetry. It may even extend beyond America, and you see that all poetry seems to go in one of these two directions, either, I guess, experimental lyric poetry, or elaborate, effusive, over-the-top, yes, emphatic writing. Interestingly, though, it's Emily Dickinson who is the former, and Uncle Walt who is the effusive, spirited latter. So we're going to start with them.
No delicate flower, he.
That's right. Though she was.
The belle of Amherst. She was. We'll talk more about them and their lives later, in fact. Now we just really want to give you some instructions on how to work this distance learning, and then we'll have some other videos where we maybe talk about the poems, but we're going to get you started right away with unseen commentary. So today you're going to read a passage. For now it's unseen. It's a poem that you've never seen before by Emily Dickinson. It's on the portal under the folder for school closure. And what we'd like you to do is take that poem and pretend you are in an exam situation. And what that means is you spend 20 to 30 minutes reading, thinking, and taking notes, trying to figure out what's going on in that poem. And then
we'll ask you to write up a commentary, though a very brief, abbreviated version of one. For this, what we'll have you do is go ahead and put your commentaries directly onto the discussion board forum. No need to do it separately as a Word document and send it to us. We really want it right on the portal itself. About 20 minutes, so it's pretty brief. You can see the ratio, 20 to 30 preparation, and then about 20 minutes just putting out your main ideas. The emphasis here is on the thinking about it, the hard labor of the work, getting to the ideas, thinking about it, reading, rereading, taking some notes. Again, the real sweat of this is just coming up with the ideas. We expect then that however you put it on the forum, a little bit less, I guess, less formal is fine. We're interested in seeing what you've done in the early part of the process.
in fact, feel free to post something on the portal and then revisit the portal, see what other people have posted, and maybe add comments, discuss more. But really, again, it's that 20 to 30 minutes thinking and planning that we really want to be important, that you put the effort in there. On the portal, you should go to the portal first from now on, because on the portal you'll find more explicit instructions. There'll be instructions on the bulletin board. There will be a school closure folder where you'll find most of your work that you need, and then there should be some instruction on the forum itself. For this assignment, the only instruction on the forum will be post your commentary here. Be sure to tune in later for more exciting videos. Again, I think we'd like afterwards to talk about the Emily Dickinson poem. Maybe we'll even have some special videos talking about how to explicate a poem in general. And oh, by the way, if you're having a hard time remembering exactly what you should do in preparation for a commentary, there's a video below on this site, the basics for doing a commentary. Not for writing, but for ways into thinking about a poem.
Right. All right, so make sure, go to the portal, that's the number one thing. The school closure folder's in the resources, so if that's closed, open up the resources folder, you'll find it there. Is that where the poem's going to be? Where?
The poem is in that same school closure folder.
Okay, so in the school closure folder, under resources, the right side of your portal page, go there, that's where everything happens. See you soon.